Jim, tell us about give me the specifics of what's going on in Minnesota. And let's start with crime as it relates to Keith Ellison's policies. Give us the specifics, the stats of what's going on and how you as Attorney General would make that different.
Yeah. So, for example, murders over the past 4 years have nearly doubled in the state of Minnesota. You've got comparable numbers for rapes, other serious violent crime. And there's a straight line from the defund the police policies that Keith Ellison has embraced. We, of course, helped launch in Minnesota here, our state, with our so-called leaders in our state, helped launch the defund the police movement into orbit a couple of years ago. And now we're living with the consequences here in Minnesota. So in Minnesota, what we have to do, and probably throughout the United States, is it's very simple. We have to ensure that we're supporting law enforcement. We have to ensure that we're setting the right tone. We're saying, if you commit serious crime in the state of Minnesota, you're going to spend serious time in prison. That's the message we have to deliver nationwide. That's what we're going to deliver in Minnesota. And then we also have to end this revolving door where criminals are not held accountable for their actions. Criminals have to know that when they commit crime, there's going to be consequences. Right now, they don't feel that. They don't feel that in many cities, whether you go to Minneapolis or Chicago or Baltimore. We have to ensure that criminals know that there will be consequences, because otherwise they feel that they can commit crime with impunity. And so those are the key things. We can't have this absolutely disgraceful defund the police movement that has led to police leaving professions, police not coming into the profession. We have to ensure that we're supporting cops, ensuring that they have the resources they need, not this hostile attitude that so many have had. And then you've got to actually prosecute crime. It's very simple. The only people who are behind this defund the police movement are a few sociology professors that are at universities and some crazy journalists. But unfortunately, in so many of our inner cities, so many crazy people on city councils, attorney generals, prosecutors have gotten behind it. And it's an absolute outrage, and we're living with the consequences of it right now.